Welcome to the Crazy Town Podcast. I'm Jonas.
And I'm TNT Don. I'm Mike the Explosive One. Let's crack into another one.
TNT.
Yo.
You know, I didn't realize this was still a thing, but people are still out here trying to rob banks.
Why? Come on, man. Why are you trying to rob banks in 2025?
I don't know.
You can't get away with it. There's no way.
There's no way you can go into a bank and walk out with the money that ain't yours anymore.
Not cash, man.
And what are you doing with all that cash?
Do they still? I wonder if they banks like take note of or log like all the serial numbers and everything.
I don't know, man, but I feel like so much stuff is digital. I feel like if you're going to steal money, you should just steal digital money. You get a lot quicker.
You got to be smart to do that.
Yeah, I mean, if you're robbing a bank, you ain't smart.
Exactly.
So there was a guy in Michigan.
When did this happen? Recently?
In the last, just a few days ago.
Okay.
Fair. Yeah, actually just 2 days ago. Right. So a man robbed a bank in Michigan.
Got a point.
And then it doesn't say if he had a gun or not. I think he did. So, and he took a bank employee hostage or a person. It doesn't say if it was a bank employee or a person. So
still,
he got stuck in the bank with a hostage.
Just racking the felonies up.
Exactly. He's like, oh, I'm already caught. Let me just, because when you try to negotiate when you're a bank robber, that you're going to walk out the other side and just go home. He's like, you know what? Let's just pretend this didn't happen, and I'll go home. And they're like, oh, okay, yeah, you're fine.
I'll go home.
Yeah. So it's like when they get people in the interrogation room and they're like, just say you did it and you'll go home.
Yeah.
And they're like, I did it. And they're like, you're not going home. They're like, but I just wanted to go home.
It's a prank. It's a prank, bro. I was just pranking you.
So, there several hours, it's in the middle of like a city. It was like, Saginaw Township. Mm-hmm. Had the city center closed down, all the things. They're negotiating with the guy. And I guess it doesn't give a lot of detail here, but they somehow bring in a beverage for the man, the bank robber. They don't say what kind of beverage or whatever, but they use a drone to bring it in to him.
Okay.
So I don't know, you're in a bank, so they have a faucet, so you can drink water, obviously.
Yeah. Oh, no.
So I don't know what this man wanted a beverage for. So they bring the drone in with a beverage for this person.
Yeah.
The man reveals himself to get it, and they shoot him and kill him.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's your end, bro? You're like, oh, I really want a Coke.
It's the end of your
story. We'll bring you a Coke on a drone. Really? Yeah. And then you walk out to get it, and they just shoot you and kill you because, obviously, you an armed robber.
NGL, Jonas, I thought you were going to say that the drone was outfitted with, a projectile device, and it shot him.
Oh, like a bomb? Like he got near and exploded, dude? That would be crazy.
I didn't say an explosive. I said a projectile. I thought, the drone was going to shoot him.
It was a kamikaze drone.
Okay. I mean, that's one way to go. But I was thinking that the gun would just have, or the drone would have a gun on it. It would shoot him. And I think that would be cool. I'd be like, hell yeah, that's the future. Judge Dredd is finally here. Now, you want to go to Ukrainian style where we just blow up drones in front of people and shit. That's cool too, Jonas.
What's scarier, a kamikaze drone or a drone with a gun?
I think that the kamikaze drone may put some of the innocent bystanders in harm's way.
It could be like one of those pager bombs they gave out to the terrorists. It was a small controlled explosion.
I mean, you gotta listen to the words coming out of your mouth. I don't feel that way about all police officers. I'm not an ACAB type of guy.
Wait, what does that make me? I didn't even say anything.
You basically said you want the cops to be like terrorists. You said, why don't the cops just use terrorist techniques?
No, they did with the pagers they gave the terrorists. They gave the terrorist pagers and they blew them all up, but they were small, isolated. Oh, okay. That. Not the cops are terrorists.
The guy didn't ask for a pager. He asked for a Coke.
Yeah, I mean, that's
or probably a beer.
Yeah, you know what I really want? I bet he was like, I want a Bud Red. He doesn't even want Bud Light. He wants
a Bud Red.
A regular Budweiser.
Oh, regular Bud. Lukewarm Budweiser.
He's like, can I get a warm Budweiser, please? Can I get a Coors yellow can?
I don't even know what that means.
Like the not Coors Light?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I don't know, man, but
it seems like a bad idea, man.
Don't rob banks.
Don't rob banks. Yeah, and you got to realize that when you start putting other people's lives in danger, you've basically forfeit your own.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
So,
I guess he thought it was sweet out here.
yeah, I don't know, but anyways, like that's all I gotta say about that. I have a couple little quick hits we can chat about. So
Sure.
they for the first time, and I can't even see like forever, the biggest drop in Social Security handouts per month happened in the last month because I think they finally like took all those people off the books that were like 120 and still getting like Social Security checks. You're like, no one is 130 years old.
What? Wait a minute. Are you telling me is that okay? I'll disagree. I just don't believe it's that it was that much. I don't. I just don't buy it.
It's the biggest drop in history. That doesn't mean it because when I saw the chart, there was never a drop.
Yeah.
But it was like it was a significant downslope from
okay. I wonder. I mean, but you know, they got rid of like a lot of people too.
Yeah, it's just wild that
I wonder. I don't
just
know.
the drop in Social Security payouts, not has nothing to do with employees. Just the money they're paying out for Social Security.
Yeah, I understand that. I just wonder is like okay, so yes, there were people who were getting the money who did not exist.
Who've been dead for a long time.
Yeah, understand that. But I don't know, man. It just seems kind of weird is that would be the primary factor into this. I feel like there has to be something else is all.
What else would it be?
I don't know exactly. But I'm
like
not going to sit up here.
They shaved 10% off everybody's money and didn't say anything?
Look, I'm just saying is that neither one of us really knows the answer to that. But sitting up here and saying is that this must be the truth is equally as insane.
Oh, I mean, yeah, you're not wrong.
So.
But the last thing I have is we're just talking about AI a little bit again. They're doing more tests with an AI model. And it was a simulated environment. And it said that the objective of this model, I read a little deeper into it, was that they wanted to keep the AI from being shut down. Like, what would you do in this scenario to keep yourself from being shut down? And at one point, the AI said, like, it shut the oxygen off to the control room.
Okay.
Where like the humans would be. Like if it was like if we need we'll just shut down the oxygen.
Yeah, well, why are you asking me trick questions? I'm speaking from my AI.
You like if you were the AI?
Yeah, if I'm an AI, why are you asking me trick questions? You said what my primary objective is to keep shit going. I'm keeping shit going. Sometimes you got to crack a couple eggs and make an omelet. You know?
Yeah.
Look, me as a flesh and blood human, I'm turning the oxygen off first thing. All right, if that keeps shit moving, let's go.
If the first thing I got to do is turn off my oxygen, I'm in.
Yeah, we got to conserve on food. Sorry, folks.
Wow.
Look, if you're not the first to come up with that tactic, you'll be the last. All right.
I mean, there is a classic adage: if you're not first, you're last. Ricky Bobby.
That's very true.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Any last quick hits to finish up the weekend? Anything on your mind? We got a couple minutes on just a lingering Friday episode.
Yeah, we can send people to El Salvador now, so let's start doing that.
Oh wait, we can just deport them?
Yeah, apparently criminals can be sent to El Salvador now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Just like any criminal?
How do you feel about that? You know, if like a person does a really effed up crime, is it okay for them to go to El Salvador even though they're an American citizen?
I mean, like, why don't they go to jail?
Because our jails are like overflowing, and like honestly, is it really working when the crime rate in this country is like, you know, higher than a lot of others?
Well, that sounds like a jail problem, not a person.
Is that
problem.
a jail problem? Are these people committing the crimes in jail? No, they're committing the crimes out of jail, and then they're forced to go to jail, and people are like, oh, well, I've been to jail before, or jail ain't working. It's not really reforming anybody. You threaten them with El Salvador, though. Where like,
I don't want to go there.
Exactly. We're like, no, you don't speak the language. The prisons are far, far, far more like.
Did you ever see season 3 of Prison Break? Those prisons are scary.
No.
But
I do know El Salvadorian prisons are some of the worst out there.
I don't know how I feel about it. I just want people that do crimes to go to jail. I don't need them.
El Salvadorian is jail though. It's the same jail. We're not sending them there to like be beheaded. We're
like
just
live on the street. Just send them there and like make them a street liver.
What do you mean a street liver?
They just drop them off in the city and like good luck.
No, yeah, we're not sending them to. We're sending them to El Salvador prison. So it's still prison.
I don't know,
it's just
man.
in a different country.
That's a weird vibe.
It is a weird vibe, but is it not incentive?
I mean, like,
If they say, hey, if you rob a bank and get caught, we're sending you to El Salvador.
I mean, it's kind of like a death penalty incentive, but a different way. It's like, if you do this, we'll kill you, or if you do this, we're sending you to El Salvador.
Yeah.
Like, that's wild. I don't know, man.
I don't know. I kind of feel like it depends on what you did. I hate to be that guy. I'm a big depends on what you did type of guy.
If you doing stuff to kids,
El Salvador.
send you out.
El Salvador.
Damn.
Let the El Salvadorian inmates take handle of you once they find out what
street
you
justice your ass in El Salvador.
did. I mean, it happens in American prisons all the time. It's no real difference. It's just different people.
Give them the scarlet letter. They brand a P on their chest for pedophile, and then everyone knows that they're.
I thought it was for penis. I was like, why would they advertise his penis? I didn't understand that.
Jesus Christ. All right. That's all the time we have for today's episode. Go to thecrazytown.com and subscribe for Jonas.
TNT.
We out.